300, so I think you don't have to worry about a pitch count with him anymore. As Brian Roberts waits, and the first delivery is a little bit high. The man calling balls and strikes is Tony Randazzo. 85 degrees at game time. And a pop up on the left side. Yuniesky Betancourt backpedaling, gives way for Ronnie Cedeno, getting the start out there in left field tonight. And you say, why not Indy Chavez? Well, Mike, I think you probably had it best described when you pointed out how well right-handed batters are hitting off Bergeson.
I think Don Wakamatsu wanted to get Cedeno in a game here on this homestand, and so with Bergeson giving up a 343 average against right-handed hitters, seems like a pretty good night to put him out there.
And there's Indy, at least at the beginning of the game, catching Pine, and the delivery is a strike to Adam Jones. The ex-Mariner, of course, is just having a fabulous year. And a hard hit ground ball right to Beltre, takes him to his knee, but he gets up and throws him out.
Jones hits this one right on the button, but Adrian, no problem. Nice solid throw across the diamond.
And Nick Markakis, the left-handed batting right fielder, will be the hitter. After the Twins are in town over the weekend, these two clubs will go right back at it at Oriole Park at Camden Yards beginning Tuesday, as the Mariners embark on a 3-city road trip that takes them to Baltimore, to Colorado, and to San Diego. And that barely misses. That's 89-mile-an-hour fastball. That's about an average fastball. You got that kind of a fastball, it'll keep you here a long time.
Well, especially if you're left-handed and you're able to sink it a little bit. Nice breaking ball from him, but he also has a really good changeup, so that'll speed his fastball up for a hitter. As far as 89, probably looks more like a low 90s fastball to him.
A man out of Long Beach State. And that's a little bit low. 2-2. Another crowd of 15,000, 16,000 here tonight. It's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, as you can see. That's something to get nice and sticky with here tonight. Still alive, 2-2. Are you ever a cotton candy fan?
Not a big fan.
I wasn't either.
My kids love it. For me, I'm not a big fan. But the kids seem to enjoy it.
And a ground ball toward the hole on by Branyan into right field. So Markakis, a 2-out base hit.
Pretty good at bat by Markakis. Fouled off a number of pitches and finds one that he can handle in the middle of the plate. See, all the other pitches were on the corner. That one catches a little more of the plate, and he's able to pull it in the hole.
And a little low. Baltimore will also have the day off tomorrow. They will spend it off in the Bay Area, as they will be taking on the A's over the weekend. Vargas missing badly with that breaking ball. 2-0. Don Wakamatsu mighty happy with the way things unfolded last night after a very frustrating first game in the series. That pitch is pulled deep down the right field line, right near the foul pole, and it is fair. So fly away as Aubrey Huff has his 9th home run of the year, and the Birds have 2 on the board here in the first inning. It was only a matter of whether it was fair or foul, and Vargas thought it was foul.
So did Branyan, and then Lopez came over and said the same thing. And even Markakis, the runner on first, actually turned around and went back towards first base. I thought Huff might run by him. He didn't. So there were a lot of people that were fooled by that if it was fair.
Well, we may go back in the tunnel here. Let's see.
Take a look.
And they're going to call time. They will do exactly that. So we'll give you another chance as they go back to see the replay on this ball. It was right down the line. I guess they're not going to. They're going to call it a home run.
No, it looks like, I don't know what's going on. It looks like Markakis is going back to first. They just overruled.
They're going to call it a foul ball.
They're going to call it a foul ball.
Okay. I thought it was foul. I really did.
I think everybody else did too.
So instead of a home run, it's a strike. And Dave Tremblay is not too happy with that. Have another. See if you can pick it out. There it is. Foul ball. Right there. Nice camera work. Tremblay's going to lose the argument, and now Tony Randazzo is going to go down to Mike Winters. Winters happens to be the crew chief of this umpiring crew, and Winters says, now stay right where you are. We don't need to have any more argument. Maybe they're going to go in after all and have a look to be sure that the ball was foul. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. And I commend the umpires for doing this, to tell you the truth. I mean, one called it a home run, another one called it foul, and after all, that's what this is all about.
May as well get it right. Take another look at it. See if you can pick it up.
You see the ball?
Yep. It looks like a foul ball to me.
Yeah.
Looks like
there
it went
is.
in front
Looks
of the pole.
Yeah. Looks like it's on the right side of the fair pole, foul pole, whatever you want to call it. There it comes. It looks like it's fair there, doesn't it? And then it veers off to the right and follow the ball.
That has to be a foul ball at that point, because we can see it centered right in the middle of the pole, and there's no way it's going to get by it without either hitting the pole or the screen. It has to be a foul ball.
So they are going to, see it right there in that panel right there, right in the middle of the panel. It keeps going to the right, and as we continue following the ball, there's where it goes the other side. Right there. And it hits on the steps up there. So it will be a foul ball. The replay comes from New York City. Yeah, the umpire makes the decision. Winters is looking at the replays here, we are told. The video feed is provided by people in New York who have recorded it. And here they come, and it's going to stay foul. Foul. All right. They got it right.
Well, they have it right, and I think because they're able to go back and see the replay of it, there's no doubt in either manager that it was actually a foul ball. There's no arguing in that. So Aubrey Huff is going to have to go back up to the plate and try again.
So it's just a long, loud strike. Aubrey Huff with the count, 2-1 on it. And if that ball got down around that foul pole, you could see the fans up in right field. They knew it was foul. And that is low and inside, ball 3, 3-1. And a ground ball to second. Lopez got it, and he throws him out. That's a home run that wasn't. And one man left. We go to the bottom half of the first. There is no score.
Beltre, Griffey, Lopez, Betancourt, Johnson, Cedeno will hit 8th, and Gutierrez will hit 9th.
So there's Brad Ferguson, the 23-year-old right-hander, former 4th-round draft choice of the Baltimore Orioles, and his first delivery to Ichiro is down low and inside. 12 times during this streak, Ichiro has had a base hit, his first at bat in the game. And he backs away from that delivery high and inside. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. And a high chopper to second on one hop, and an easy play this time, so he won't get a base hit his first at bat tonight.
Take a look at the numbers for Ferguson. Young right-hander, as we mentioned earlier, you see his ERA just under 5, 12 walks and 47 1/3. That's not too bad. Opponent's average a little high at 305. And take a look at the defense behind him tonight. Raimo, Jones, and Markakis in the outfield. And in the infield, Morris, Turris, Roberts, Huff playing first base. Young catcher Wieters tonight. Ferguson on the mound.
The Brandon shift is on here. Only the third baseman left on the left side of the infield. Melvin Mora. Russell Branyan, with the draft coming up, was a 7th-round draft choice of the Cleveland Indians. And he's bounced around a little bit. That was way back in 1994. And for the first time, being able to play against all comers, right-handers and left-handers, and boy, has he responded. The count going to 2-1.
He's done a terrific job. Been probably the most consistent hitter in the Mariners lineup. Right around 300 all year. And of course, he's the guy providing the power for him at this point, leading the club with 12 home runs.
Two and 2 on him. Too much time. So Branyan is asked for time. It's given by Tony Randazzo. Outside, the count full. Adrian Beltre right behind him, swinging the bat near the on-deck circle. And out of play. Very rarely will you strike out Russell Branyan looking. He'll swing at quite a few and miss, but very rarely will you strike him out looking. And this time he works Ferguson for a base on balls. Nice at bat.
I think that's the other thing with him too. He's been a patient hitter first couple of months of the season.
As we mentioned, Beltre beginning to come alive. He had 3 base hits, an RBI, scored a couple of runs in last night's ball game. Picked up 9 points on his batting average. And a strike to him. Sinker on the outside corner. Ferguson uses a changeup that is almost a splitter, almost a forkball, but he doesn't call it that. He's got him in the hip. 1-1. That slider.
Big sweeping slider.
Rick Kratnitz, who's the pitching coach of the Baltimore Orioles, has been working with him to change that release point on that breaking ball a little bit. And that pitch is lined into the corner down the left field line for a base hit. So Branyan will go to third base, and moving into second base is Adrian Beltre as he smacks the ball hard right off the wall and left. And here will Junior be stepping to the plate.
Nice solid swing on a 2-1 pitch. You see it's a fastball up in the zone. Adrian Beltre has been swinging the bat much better lately over the last 12 games coming into tonight, hitting .346 with 3 hits last night. Starts the night off with another double tonight.
Junior's biggest night so far this year, last night. 2 doubles, a home run. And a high fly ball popped into shallow left center field. And coming in to make the catch and holding over at third base is Russell Branyan, as Adam Jones has got a rifle out there. And he will keep everybody right where they are.
Take a look at the arm of Adam Jones. Comes in nicely, stays behind it, and makes a strong throw all the way in the air to home plate. No chance for Branyan to score.
Lopez will be asked to deliver in the clutch here, and he has been Mr. Clutch. The knees on 1.
Drove in a couple of runs last night with 2 outs in the first inning to get the Mariners started. Double to left field.
Ball and strike. The Rangers won tonight. They beat the Yankees 4-2 at Yankee Stadium. Getting crushed last night. And the Angels came back from being beaten by Roy Halladay last night to knock off the Toronto Blue Jays. Rogers Center in Toronto 3-1 tonight. And a ground ball to third. Melvin Mora skips 2 or 3 steps toward first base and throws him out. So the Mariners leave a couple in scoring position here in the first. We go to the second with no score. Well, Michael, we had some fabulous rally prize signs for you to judge tonight.
Well, he's going to turn 50. Think that's pretty nifty? Those guys. I like that one from Renton Teachers. Writing arithmetic.
Kids with their prize hats on, too. Melvin Mora sends a foul, backing out of play. The Orioles third baseman into the stands. Good sinker.
You see hitters have been fooled quite a bit, especially right-handed hitters on Vargas with his fastball. And as you mentioned, Dave, it's just 88 miles an hour. At times he'll hit 90. They seem to be fooled or swing a little bit late on his fastball.
Uni takes it on a hop and throws out. Melvin Mora. We mentioned that the Rangers knocked off the Yankees in New York tonight, and the Angels beat the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Athletics leading the White Sox. So it looks like a pretty good American League West night. As two of them have won, one is ahead, and of course the other one right here. Randy Johnson scheduled to go for his 300th victory tonight in D.C. And that ball is hit to deep right field, and Ichiro will just watch that baby go way back out of here. There is no question about that being fair or foul. Number 12 for Luke Scott, and it's 1-0 Baltimore.
Well, we talked about it with Vargas. He's going to be aggressive. Try not to walk guys, and sometimes you give up solo home runs when you do that, Dave, and there was no doubt about that one. It was a fastball in the middle of the plate. Take a look at it.
Luke Scott all over it. Last week's Player of the Week in the American League. Matt Wieters sends a pop-up. And Russell Branyan right there and giving way to Lopez. Lopez makes the easy catch. Nolan Rimo, the left fielder, the hitter now. Friday night here at Safeco Field, one lucky fan is going to win a trip for two to Las Vegas. The trip includes airfare and hotel for 3 days, 2 nights. And we hope to see you right here on Friday when the Mariners take on the Twins, as that pitch is taken for a strike from Nolan Ryman. 1-2. Didn't want to do it. Half swing and then easy roller right on over to Lopez. So a long ball from Luke Scott, and the Orioles are on the board and lead it 1-0. And welcome back to Safeco Field. We move into the bottom half of the second inning. Unieski Betancourt will start it off and take the pitch inside ball one. The Mariners are off tomorrow, but Safeco Field will be fairly busy with baseball activity. And that is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Mariners will have a lot of the pre-draft kids they're interested in working out here tomorrow to give them a final look at them for the draft on Tuesday. And there's a one-hopper hit to third and throw over to first base. Betancourt is gone. I got a call this morning from an old friend of yours, teammate of yours.
I did too.
Brad?
Brian.
Brian, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian said he talked to you, and he's got his son David here, and he's going to be working out tomorrow here.
6'6", he said.
Said it reminds me him a bit more of his brother Brad,
yeah,
than he does of himself. What a wonderful man.
Yeah. I think he was saying that they were going to come to the ball game tonight.
Yeah. Hope they drop up.
Yeah.
Man that came closest to a perfect game as anybody could possibly come. Retired 26 in a row for Ken Phillips. Phillips took him deep.
Pinch hit, right?
Okay.
I think it was a pinch hit.
Yeah, I think it was. And strike 3. So Rob Johnson is down. First strikeout for Bergeson. Little Leaguers, you get ready now for Mariners Water Bottle Day. That's on Sunday, June the 7th. The Mariners meeting the Twins, and all you kids 14 and under taking home a Mariners water bottle, courtesy of Pepsi and QFC. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Ronnie Cedeno getting the start in left field tonight. Ball 1 to him. And Bergeson right on the outside corner. And routine ground ball to short. And a little low throw. A little synchrotron by Stewart, but picked off by Huff at first base. Easy second inning for Bergeson. We go to the third. 1-0 Birds. You go RALLYFRIES. Oh, if they don't win the prize, they should win something. That's great. Very innovative, to say the least. Cesar Asturias leads it off here in the third inning and takes the ball. 1-1. hot shot just off the glove of Beltre. His tourist aboard here leading off the third. Okay. Time for our Aflac trivia question. Nolan Ryan one hit the Mariners on this date in 1989. How many complete game one hitters did Nolan Ryan throw in his career? I think the one hit in that game was Harold Reynolds.
Was it a bunt?
No, I think it was a base hit into right field.
Okay.
And a foul off to the right, I believe.
He had 7 no-hitters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Do you know the answer when he won it?
I think I do. I think he had 12 one-hitters. That fastball is high. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Brian Roberts.
Well, in '89, he must have still been throwing in the upper 90s at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll be the smart guy in the room today and agree with you.
Well, I don't know if that's a fact. I know you're smart, but I don't know if you should agree with me or not.
You're usually right. I think you're right.
People, such a nice guy, Nolan Ryan, down low and outside. People, I don't think really realize how mean he was on the mound. I mean, he just as soon knock you down as look at you.
Yeah, he would too. That was definitely his reputation.
Runner goes, and a comebacker down to second for 1. The throw on the first, nicely turned. 1-6-3. Vargas, had he hesitated a second, would have lost the double play.
It's just a really nice play. You take a look at Vargas. He's going to field it cleanly, but a lot of times pitchers will rush that throw. As you see Betancourt trying to get back into the picture to turn the double play with Robertson right on top of him, but he didn't at all. Just made a nice, easy throw to Betancourt. Easy ball for him to handle to turn the double play. Nice.
So here's Adam Jones, hit the ball sharply right to Beltre, however, in the first inning. How
many times over the years do you think you've seen a pitcher throw that ball into center field? A lot, I bet. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, they see the runner, right away, and they see how close he is, so they panic a lot of times, and they'll rush their throw, and next thing you know, it's either wide or they just throw it over their head. It was nice.
Very nice. Fairly spicy ground ball hit right to Betancourt. But he stays with it and throws out Adam Jones. Here in the third, a hit, nobody left. And it's 1-0 Baltimore going to the bottom of the third. Moving into the bottom half of the third inning, Franklin Gutierrez now is the first hitter here in the inning and taking a Bergson pitch for a strike. Very impressive, this young man. In the first couple of innings, he seems to be able to command his pitches well. He's walked one man, given up only one hit.
A little bit better breaking ball from him.
And it's down low and outside. Tell you who he reminds me of a little bit. I don't think he has his stuff, but the way he hesitates very briefly at the right, I'll show you. Right there. Oh, didn't do it much that time. There's a ground ball. Hit to third, second hop, flattens out, but Morris stays with it and throws him out. Reminds me a little bit of Kevin Brown.
Oh,
He's a teammate of yours.
No.
With the Dodgers, no?
No, I faced him actually when he was with the Rangers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ichiro now. Hit a ground ball to second.
Kevin Brown, he just disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah. In his own private jet.
Yeah.
2-0. And Ichiro ground ball has now 27-game hitting streak. Hot shot ground ball into the hole, and little doubt about it. Nobody there. So a 27-game hitting streak for Ichiro, continuing to add to his club record.
Take a look at a lot of his hits have been to the opposite field. This one he pulls in the hole through first and second base. Just a fastball in the middle of the plate. Solid base hit.
And Russell Branyan, who walked in the first, will be the hitter. And that's hit foul down the first base. We haven't really had a chance to see Wieters throw yet.
No, we haven't. No, it's really early, and there's no reason for a conversation. But when you get number does he have to get to before you start thinking about DiMaggio and talking about that whole?
Oh my gosh!
Well, who was it? Was it Molitor that got to 40 something?
Yeah, 39, I believe. I mean, before you start talking about DiMaggio, you got to get at least to 40.
That's what I would think too.
Yeah.
But it seemed like when Molitor was in that range that everybody kept talking about it.
Well, let's not kid ourselves. People are talking about it now.
It's way too early. What is he, halfway there now?
He's 20. Well, not quite. He's got 27. So that'd be 54. Nice change that time. Octane stuff that time. It didn't appear to be set to 83 miles an hour, but looked like it had more zip on it than that. Let's give you the answer to our Aflac trivia question. And the question was, Ryan pitched a one-hitter against the Mariners on this date meeting. On how many complete game one-hitters did he throw in his career? We were correct. 12 one-hitters. 7 no-hitters. Adrian Beltre took one off the fence in left field on a line.
How many wins did he end up with?
3. 324.
324.
And a high fly ball belted deep to left field. The Mariners lead it 2-1. The man has been waiting on Beltre. The wait is over. That's number 4, and he's getting as hot as the weather as he goes way out of here, and the Mariners have taken the lead.
Absolutely, no doubt about it with Adrian Beltre. First pitch fastball. Take a look at it. Up right in the middle of the plate. I thought maybe he was going to hit it in the second deck, but it ends up hitting the sign out in left field.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a long poke. That's already the 7th home run given up by Bergson. So both Bergson and Vargas do give up long balls. Junior had his 617th last night. One ball, one strike to count. On the outside corner. And Junior, with his shift on, rolls it right to the shortstop. There is Torres, who is over there, as Torres throws him out. But a 2-run bomb by Adrian Beltre. And as we go to the 4th, the Mariners have the lead 2-1.
Items to get tonight here on a beautiful, beautiful night. 85 degrees here at the ballpark, and with the temperature heating up, so is the bat of Adrian Beltre. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Lowers. He got a pitch up around his chest and just killed it.
It was a first pitch fastball. It was up, but it was also in the middle of the plate, and he hit it almost into the second deck to give the Mariners the 2-1 lead.
Beltre's been on a mini tear here, and that's really great to see, and picking up where Mariners left off last night. Top 5 in the order. 13 combined for 13 for 24. 7 RBI and a couple of home runs. Here's Markakis to lead it off. Markakis, Huff, and Mora, 3-4-5 for the Baltimore Orioles. Vargas working quickly. He's given up a solo home run to Luke Scott back in the second inning. Bouncing ball to Lopez. Throws out Markakis. 1 down, and it's time to bring you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. like that ooh and the ah when everybody in the ballpark knows it. That was well connected. So was this one. Down the line, but foul. Aubrey Huff had that home run taken off the boards after the video replay, and Beltre, I don't know if he can hit a ball much harder than he did on that first pitch he saw in the third inning. And Chris Guccione was all over that. I'm sure he's hearing it from the fellas. Yeah, you got that one right, huh?
I thought it was funny that they first obviously called it fair, got together, changed it to foul, which was the right call, and then they ended up having to go back and take another look at it.
Main deal is they got it right. Guccione spent a lot of years in the minors working his way up here to the big leagues. It's teamwork amongst the umpires. 3-1 to Huff. 3-2. One-day hitters Melvin Moore. Back up the middle, base hit for Aubrey Huff. 1 for 2. Let's go back to that. I think it was a 2-1 count. And Huff got all of it, but couldn't keep it fair. And there it goes. Even the fans are saying, "Hey, that's a foul ball." Chris Guccione, the first base umpire, and they're saying, "Here," and the fan said, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." Mike Winters, the crew chief, after taking a look, boys, it was a foul ball. The Mariners have turned one double play. Let's see if they can get another one.
Here's one for you. Why don't they make that foul pole black?
I've heard that for years.
Wouldn't it be easy to see the ball?
I would think. Particularly on a bright, and when I think down at the bottom it's black. And that was added last year. You might as well finish the job.
Yeah, help the guys out a little bit.
Just look at left field. Pole out there. Vargas ahead of Mora, 0-2. Melvin wants time. Earlier tonight, the Rangers victorious. The Angels have won. Inside. Mariners 6 back of Texas starting tonight. Vargas pitch count. We're in the 4th inning. Had to stay in on the hands of Melvin Moore. Misses 2-2.
The thing about it, he didn't look like he missed by much, but Moore was diving out over the plate, probably looking for a changeup. So that pitch inside almost hit him.
Away. Jason not happy with himself, running a full count here. Luke Scott on deck. Luke took Vargas out of the ballpark. His 12th home run back in the 2nd inning. One down here in the 4th inning. Mariners have just taken a 2-1 lead. Two pitch, runner goes, hit the other way through the hole. Nicely done. Huff is not a fast runner. He holds it second.
A huge hole on the right side. You can't even see Lopez in your screen. See Huff running. As Dave mentioned, not a fast runner. Most people won't try Ichiro anyways.
So the Giants game in Washington against the Nationals been rained out. Randy Johnson was going to go for a career win number 300 tonight. No word on what the pitching assignments at this moment they'll be for tomorrow night. Rain really plaguing the East Coast. Mets and Pirates got rained out as well. Here's Luke Scott. We got the Oriole run with the solo home run. Home run number 12, RBI number 31. Vargas has given up 5 home runs in his tenure as a Mariner, and they've all been solos. Off the end of the bat, Beltre step. Oh, he dropped it. Holy mackerel. All he did, he was going to step on third, throw across, get a double play, and the inning would have been over. Now it's 1 out, bases loaded. Oh, my goodness. That's his 8th error of the year.
Just tried to be a little quick on this. Little nubber off the end of the bat, and he comes over. He already knows he's going to step on third and just can't get the handle on it and drops it.
The Mariners go from potentially being out of the inning to 1 out, bases loaded for Matt Wieters. Way outside. Vargas going to have to pick up Beltre here. Big time.
Just needs to throw another ground ball, maybe get a double play. Ricadero's going to go out and talk to him.
Give Adrian a chance to calm down as well. Pirates traded outfielder Nate McLeod to Atlanta for 3 young prospects. Tom Glavine released by the Braves. And a $1 million contract that called for another $1 million if he got added to the 25-man roster. But Glavine's gone. Think somebody picks him up soon? Said he's ready to go. He's been rehabbing.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of clubs that could certainly use pitching.
Tom Glavine with 305 career victories.
Clout, huh?
Yeah, for 3 youngsters. Good players. About the best player Pittsburgh had. Wieters fouls one off. Baseball America's Player of the Year. All in the series, Wieters 1 for 8. In there for strike. Vargas has him 1 and 2. Don Wakamatsu said it best about last night. More of a fun atmosphere. You bet. You get your top 5 guys in the order going 13 for 24. 2 and 2 to Wieters.
They played so many close games. They could lead the major leagues, right? In 1-run wins this year. I mean, it's a ton of really close games. Nice to have one that was a little bit lopsided.
Broken bat. Here's Uni. Flip to Lopez. There's the double play. Inning over. So they pick up Beltre. He's a happy camper. That shot said it all. 2-1 Mariners.
Welcome back to Mariners Baseball on FSN. The Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Here we go. We're teachers from, from Toppenish, and our students give us homework to get Rally Fries. Toppenish in the Yakima Valley. Good to have those folks here in the ballpark tonight. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Mariners have a 2-1 lead thanks to an Adrian Beltre 2-run homer in the third. And you just saw coming out of the top of the fourth inning, Beltre made an error that could have been costly, but they turn a double play and get out of it. There's Lopez to lead off this home fourth, and he fouls one off. Bounced out to third his first time up. Young Brad Burgess 2-2 with a 4.94 ERA. Pulled foul. They are building a cadre of young pitchers, and if you're a Baltimore fan, if you're a baseball fan, they hope to eventually have it be in the same realm as asking a lot of the late 70s, early 70s crew when they had Palmer, McNally, Cuellar, and Pat Dobson. They had the 69, 70, 71 clubs win American League pennants and then win the World Series in 1970. Start racking up big time young starters. Boy, that means a lot. Hit off the end of the bat. Here's his Turris. Throws Lopez out, one down. One out here in the Mariner fourth. Friday. Mariners welcome the Twins to town. It's also the 10th annual Collector Train Night. It's presented by Pepsi and Fred Meyer. First 20,000 fans take home a 10th anniversary car that celebrates a decade of baseball at Safeco Field. For tickets, visit mariners.com/train. Betancourt to Mora. Quick 2 outs. Bring up Rob Johnson. He struck out looking. Ferguson threw a 9-pitch, 3-out second inning. And he's not being taxed here at all in the fourth. 5 pitches thus far. Down low to Rob Johnson.
One of the things that was so great about last night's game is the Mariners scored the first 2 runs in the first inning, and then they just continued to add on.
Huge.
It wasn't, the huge inning. They did score 3 in the 8th inning, but it was just, they just kept adding 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Next thing you know, they have a nice lead in the ball game. Pretty much have it in hand.
And they left 10 men on. Oh, that hitting. Rob Johnson's aboard. Hit by 1-1 pitch.
So he hits him up in the shoulder area, a little 2-seam fastball. Now on the elbow, that one's going to sting a little bit more.
He's already got that bruise down around his ankle, which he had hurt a few weeks ago, and then 2 nights ago he got hit on that. He fouled one off the ankle, and it was still barking the next day during BP.
And he tried to bunt, had him go off his fingers.
Oh, jeez.
Beating himself up a little bit. You expect that when he's behind the dish, but now he's
right
up there hitting.
Right? Yeah. Ronnie Cedeno getting the start tonight. They played last Wednesday in Oakland. Bouncing ball, Morris got it. He'll go the short way, and that'll do it for the Mariners. To the 5th inning we go here at Safeco in the rubber match. Mariners lead it 2-1.
Baseball on FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
That is a beauty shot. It's a great one. 2-1 Mariners top the fifth here at Safeco Field. 85 degrees when we started back at 7:10. I don't think it's deviated at all. Decent sized crowd last night, 17,978, maybe a little bit more this evening. Why not come out and enjoy a ball game? Off day tomorrow, and then the Twins come to town. And the weather forecast last night checked calls for similar type weather, and a Little League weekend coming up as well. Nolan Remold is the leadoff hitter here in the fifth inning. 0 for 1. Vargas going for his third consecutive quality start. Quickly ahead 0-2. Vargas has been some kind of find here for the Mariners. All 2 strikes. Vargas has had a double play to get him out of trouble of the last 2 innings. Get out of play. 1-2.
Gets the majority of the hitters out away, but he pitches inside just enough. We've already seen him come inside in this at bat, but he typically go back to his changeup, get a guy out in front, maybe throw a little dead pitch, 2-seam fastball away from him. There's another one in off the plate. That's pretty much what he does, and then he'll try to get him back out away, get him thinking about it.
Lets him put it in play, and he works quickly. Down low.
Yeah, that was a good changeup from him.
So he hasn't walked anybody, hasn't struck anybody out. Pitch rolls over on it. There's Beltre. Adrian Joe, he didn't get him. Good hustle by Remold down the line.
Well, for a big man, he runs well, I'll tell you that. I think it surprised Adrian a little bit. Hasn't had a chance to play against him.
And now he knows the big guy can run. Base hit. Take a look at our Coors Light freeze can. And he is in there. So an infield hit to lead off the fifth inning. And he was busting a gut. Good extension at last step. Coors Light freeze can.
A lot of the times as an infielder, especially an experienced one like Adrian is, you know a lot of the guys, you know what their speed is, and you know how much time you have. If you have to rush a player, you have a little bit more time. But against a club like Baltimore, with the young talent that they have, you're not familiar with what the guys are. So you kind of have that clock that's built inside, letting you know when a ball is hit how much time you have to make a throw. And I think that certainly surprised Adrian. I know it surprised me to see him make it that close down.
Remold, a big kid, 6'4", 205. So now Adrian has that in his computer. He knows the deal. Next time Remold is up, and we'll see these Orioles 3 times next week in Baltimore.
Typically, you know, just without knowing, the bigger guys, you're going to think you have time. They're not going to run that well. When I played, I was about the same, and I was out by 3 steps.
Pretty dare you. Okay, go ahead. I'll give you a head start. Go ahead, keep running.
There you go. Now we're getting in the area.
Go ahead, keep running. All right, now I'm gonna throw it.
I used to hate that. Pitchers, a little comebacker back to the pitcher, and they'd hold it, make you run down there. I hated that.
I don't blame you. Throw the ball, you bum.
Yeah.
Come on, put a name on one. There's got to be somebody that did that to
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it happened a number of times. I don't know as far as a name on anybody. But
I see it happen so many times, too.
It's the worst. It is the absolute worst.
1-2 to his Turris.
You know, you get one of those little check swings.
Right.
Dribbler back to the mound.
And you're burning. Oh, man, you're burning.
Running hard, and you get about halfway down, you're thinking, all right, he's going to flip it over here and I can shut this down. You guys are smart about it. They may hang on to it for a little bit longer.
Ooh, they had him leaning. Got him! So Vargas erases Remold, and there's one down here in the fifth inning. How about that? The Home Depot doing more on defense. Got him leaning. He knew he's a dead duck.
Perfect timing on that, huh?
Sure was.
Great shot.
2-2 to his tourist. It's a full count. Good move along the lines of Andy Pettit, Ryan Fearbin. 3-2. Off the fist, fouled away.
Andy Pettit, or somebody would say a balk.
Good. You get multiple choice. You're going to take B the balk.
He would tell you that he's just pushing the limits.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. And fouled. Actually fouled into Rob Johnson's glove. 2 down. Rob Johnson checking for the signals, or for the signs, I should say, from Don Wakamatsu and company, and then immediately thereafter, oh boy, look at that. Remote was really neat.
Now they'll look into the dugout, the catchers will, see if they want to pitch out or a pickoff move.
Top of the order, Brian Roberts.
Perfect time.
Roberts 0 for 2 tonight. All-star second baseman, switch hitter. Good player. 0 for 10 in the series. Two outs here in the 5th. Vargas has the same look out there. It doesn't matter what the story of the ball game is. He works very quickly. Off the end of the bat, easy play for Brennan. He really fooled Roberts. So he gives up a base hit, picks off the runner at first, faces 3 in the inning. 2-1 Mariners. Late, Mike, you got who's your rally fry winner for tonight?
Well, I figured any young kids that are willing to walk 25 miles are definitely hungry and need some rally fries. So we decided to send them out to the kids in the bleachers. I wonder what they walked the 25 miles for. That's really what I want to know.
Yeah, we'll have to find that out.
Enterprise Elementary School.
Where are you from?
Straight away center field as we look at Gutierrez leading off. 9-1-2 for the Mariners. 2-1 lead on an Adrian Beltre 2-run homer in the 3rd. Franklin bounced out to Melvin Moore at third base. Now kids Federal Way. It's enough for everybody out there. There we go. Have at it. 0-2. Race to right field. Base hit. Good start to the 5th for the Mariners and Franklin Gutierrez. So the rally fries kick in immediately.
Oh. Kids are going to make short work of them.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at Ichiro. What he did last time up, all he did extend that hitting streak to 27 games, extending his club record. Continues to get around on balls, pulling the ball right side a lot more than the beginning part of the year.
He's just starting to hit the ball harder.
A lot harder. Just joining us, Luke Scott opened up the scoring. 1-out solo home run in the second inning, 1-0 Baltimore. Then in the home third, with Ichiro aboard, Adrian Beltre went just missed upper deck. 2-run homer, his 4th of the year. He's down a bunt. Wieters gets Ichiro. He sacrifices Gutierrez to second base. Nice job by Ichiro. 1 down, runner at second. And for Ichiro, that's his first sacrifice of the season. Good speed at second base for Russell Branyan.
Big shift on again. Roberts is out in shallow right field. You can see Asturis, the shortstop, on the right side of second base.
Ball 1 to Branyan. There's Don Wakamatsu. How long he's going to stay with this lineup? Stay with Branyan. 2-hole, as long as it takes. Ride it out.
8 runs last night works for me.
Drive to center field. Going back is Adam Jones. He's at the track and he makes the catch. Gutierrez the tag and take third. Gave it a ride, but it stayed in the ballpark. 2 down. Tomorrow night, don't miss competition from the United Soccer League. As the Portland Timbers, currently undefeated on their home turf, they're going to battle the Montreal Impact live from PGE Park in Portland. It comes your way at 7 p.m. right here on FSN and FSN HD. Here's Beltre. 2 for 2. First pitch he saw. Look at the location. That is a total unleashing. Adrian Beltre, home run number 4. He gives him 24 RBIs.
Fastball was about letter high to him.
Oh, yeah. They had chased one way outside a couple of nights ago. Struck out. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Gutierrez at third with 2 outs. Trey trying to pick him up.
That was interesting. The pitch that he swung at right before that last when he turned around and asked the home plate umpire, Tony Randazzo, if it was a strike.
Yeah, it's got a piece of that one.
Randazzo, I think, told him it was probably inside. He was able to take the next one. That was basically the same pitch.
5th inning action from Safeco. Safeco Field here in Seattle. 2-2 to Beltre, and he got him. Just ran in on him. They get Gutierrez to third, and that's as far as he'll go. Mariners lead at 2-1.
By the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The Tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. With this tracking information, we can show you where the ball crosses the front plane of the plate. Our system is accurate to within 1 inch. We then take this data and convert it to our EQC Tracer graphic.
Thank you, Brad. 2-1 Mariners over the Baltimore Orioles. Rubber match. This first meeting between these two clubs. They'll meet again in Baltimore next week, and then the Orioles are back here first week of July. Adam Jones takes a high pitch and puts it into center field. A leadoff base hit here in the 6th. Jones is 1 for 3. For Baltimore, that's hit number 7. Chris Jakubowskis. It's 2 outstanding innings on Monday, and the 1-0 Oriole win over the Mariners. Nice follow-up to Jared Washburn's 7 innings, 1-run work. Dangerous hitter, their 3-hole hitter, Nick Markakis. Nick's 1 for 2, got a base hit to right his first time up. Marcus has already picked the man off at first. He got Nolan Reimold back in the 5th inning after an infield hit. Jones runs well, so does Markakis. Aubrey Huff's on deck.
And because of that pickoff, you can see Jones, he was leaning back towards first base, even though Vargas came home. A lot of times when the left-hander just gets one guy early in the game, you get the other guys guessing they're not real sure.
0-2. Strike 3 call. Markakis knew it too. 1 out. Strikeout number 2 for Jason Vargas.
Hey, look at this last pitch. Rob Johnson set up right off the corner. Just a perfect pitch by Vargas.
Tough customer here. Aubrey Huff, base hit to center his last time up. Been driving the ball the entire series. A long foul that was originally called a home run, then taken off the board after a home run replay review. That was back in the 1st inning. Finds a hole. Jones digging hard, rounding second. He'll slam on the brakes with Ichiro coming up. So 1st and 2nd for the Orioles with 1 out. Mariners and Diamondbacks are going to face off Saturday, June 20th. First 15,000 fans. They receive a Ken Griffey Jr. t-shirt thanks to Trader Joe's. You won't want to miss this giveaway featuring one of the most popular players in Mariner history. Visit mariners.com for tickets.
I wonder if something's wrong with Vargas. Don Wakamatsu's coming out in a hurry to make a change.
So here comes Wack. He's got a 2-1 lead, and he wants Jakubowskis to face Melvin Mora. 2-1 Mariners. On here for the Orioles in the 6th inning. The numbers on Mr. Vargas: 5 1/3 of 8 hit, 1-run ball. It was earned. That was a home run. No walks and 2 strikeouts in 84 pitches. And Chris Jakubowskis, this will be game number 12 for him. His 2nd appearance in 3 days. 2 very fine innings. On Monday night, struck out 2 of the 3 men that he faced in the 9th inning in a 1-0 Orioles win. So Jones at 2nd. Aubrey Huff's at 1st. Melvin Morris the hitter.
It'll be interesting to hear about Vargas throwing just the 84 pitches. The last 3 outings he's been averaging right around 100. Don Wakamatsu didn't waste any time after that last base hit to come and get him.
Wonder if Wak saw something maybe mechanically that wasn't to his liking. Big spot here with Melvin Mora. Mariners at double play depth. They've gotten out of innings in the out of jams in the 3rd and in the 4th. Double plays. Jakubowskis, good mindset coming out of the bullpen, as most of the guys coming out of the bullpen. And a long talk with John Wetland about that. He says, have a plan, know what you got, a lot of positive thinking, and they have their own little routine down there. They're wearing battle helmets. Mark Lowe showed me, I forget the name of it. He told me about one of those fighting swords that the Greeks back in ancient times used. They've got helmet. There's one of the helmets. That one's about 8 to 12 pounds. The other one with the black plumes about 20. The one on the left, that sucker's heavy on the left. They're totally inspired by the movie 300. Battle of Thermopylae. Now Jakubowskis behind 3-0 to Melvin Mora.
Moore has done a nice job of hitting with men in scoring position, hitting .308 on the year.
On deck, Luke Scott. Got a home run back in the 2nd inning. 3-1. Jakubowskis making this club down in spring training surprised a lot of folks. And Sean Kelly pitched so well they could not be denied. He's pressed into service, got some starts. Had some good ones, had some bad ones. Long look at Rob Johnson for the sign here. 3-1. Rifle to right field. Ichiro is there. Runners have to get back. Jones is almost to 3rd. He just gets back. Fine play by Ichiro. 2 down.
Take a look at Ichiro. He gets back in a hurry. He knows that Jones took off on the pitch, and then Jones almost makes a mistake. Instead of sliding, he runs back into the base and almost overruns it.
He got way down the line. Really accelerate to get back. So 2 down now. Runners at 1st and 2nd. A good hitter here in Luke Scott. 8th game back from the DL for Luke Scott. 7 of his 10 hits have been home runs. Player of the week in the American League last week. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Scott named player of the week. Period ending May 31st. He went crazy. 444, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. And it's the 2nd time he's won that award. He got one last July. Hammered in the corner. That's a lot of trouble. Jones is going to score easily. Ichiro plays it off. They're going to hold Huff. So an RBI double by Luke Scott. Scores tied at 2-2, and he's done enough damage tonight. Got both RBIs for Baltimore.
Gets an off-speed pitch this time. He had a fastball out. This is an off-speed pitch that he yanks down into the corner. Okay, think we've had enough of him.
He can hit.
He's been the hot hitter, that's for sure. You just mentioned it. He's been the American League Player of the Week last week, and he's continuing here into this week.
2-2 ball game. Switch hitting catcher now. Matt Wieters, runners at second and third. A 2-2 ball game. Swing, foul tip. Two-run, well, the one-run charge to the ledger. Jason Vargas. Here's a throw down to third. They have him. Got him. Yes, sir. Good play. He was leaning Aubrey Huff, and Rob Johnson went after him. Beltre applied the tag, and yeah, you got surprised and you get caught. 2-2 ball game. Sterling Savings Bank, now more than ever. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the FSN crew enjoying the time here in Seattle. A 2-2 ball game. Luke Scott's been a one-man wrecking crew. He's knocked in both Baltimore runners with a home run and an RBI double. Adrian Beltre with a 2-run homer counting for the Seattle scores. Ken Griffey Jr. to lead it off. 4, 5, and 6. Griffey followed by Lopez and Betancourt. Ball one from Brad Bergeson.
Well, you never know, but that could have been a huge play by Rob Johnson to end that last inning.
Junior goes opposite field, long run, Scott. And he's there. Make that Rimo, beg your pardon. He's there to make the catch. One out here in the sixth. Junior 0 for 3 after going 3 for 5 last night. Those 3 hits coming in his last 3 at bats. Double and a home run, career home run. Make that single. Double home run. So picks up career home run number 617. Lopez grounded out to third and short tonight. Brad Bergeson, promising right-hander, a young pitcher for these Orioles. 2-2 at 4.94 ERA. Ball and 2 strikes to Lopez. Dave Tremblay saying he's a sinker, slider pitcher. Likes to get that sinker, use that as his get-ahead pitch. Basically a ground ball pitcher. There's another ground ball and a broken bat. 2 down. Let's check out our Banner Bank building to the future. Talk about the A. Clinton Lumber Kings. A couple of outstanding performances going on. You've got Ken Kasparek, 2.77 ERA. Brett Lauren, a 1.79 ERA, down in A ball. Betancourt 0 for 2. Twice bounced out to Mora.
Dave, you mentioned ground balls. He's thrown 10 ground ball out so far in the game. So, as advertised.
There's another one. Mora. Make it 3 for 3, retiring Betancourt. Not a whole bunch of pitches in that inning for the Mariners. They go quietly in the 6th. By Taco Del Mar over the $4.99 Mondo Burrito, and by Lithia, a better car buying experience starts at lithia.com. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Glad you could join us, everybody, here at Safeco Field. A wonderful weather night all week. In fact, it's been fabulous. Here's Matt Wieters. He was at the plate when Rob Johnson picked off Aubrey Huff at third base to end the 6th inning. Wieters 0 for 2. 1-1 to Matt. 7, 8, 9 coming up. Wieters, Remold, and his tourists. Out back. Luke Scott driven in both runs for the Orioles. A home run in the 2nd, RBI double in the 6th. Beltre a 2-run homer in the 3rd. That's it for the Mariners. There's Jakubowskis. Came on to get the last out, a couple outs in the 6th inning. Here's a pop-up, playable for Beltre, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Day off tomorrow, and the Twins come to town. Their only visit, it'll be Felix Hernandez against Francisco Liriano. Look at his ERA, 6.60, a 2.7 record. Wow. Not what we're used to seeing from him. There's Remold. Infield hit his last time out. His speed surprised Adrian Beltre. Felix Hernandez, let's see him get on the roll. Bouncing ball. Beltre won't take his time this time. Got rid of it quickly. 2 down. 2 outs here in the 7th. Slip Country USA bringing you the Mariners calendar. Day off tomorrow. 3 with Minnesota. A good looking road trip at Baltimore, at Colorado, and then some time in San Diego. There's Padres in 3rd place starting tonight. This tourist shows bunt. Miguel Batista starting to warm up for the Mariners.
I vote for pitching around Adrian Gonzalez. What do you think?
Just hold up 4 fingers every time he comes to the plate. Crushing the ball.
I don't know what the rest of their offense is doing, but he has, I don't know, what, 21 home runs now, something like that?
22 starting today.
Wow. That's a big ballpark he's playing in, too.
Yeah, I'd love to see the breakdown because, yeah, you better get all of it. They are dead last in hitting in the National League. The Padres at 239.
How many home runs is their team had? Did you say that?
56. Bouncing ball, Lopez. So Jakubauskas has a nice, clean, quick inning. Mariners send up the bottom third of their order in the home 7th. It's a 2-2 game here at Safeco Field. Washington Traffic Safety Commission with a reminder, click it or ticket day and night. Great atmosphere here at the ballpark tonight. 2-2 game, the rubber match with the Orioles. And Rob Johnson's going to lead off the home 7th, followed by Ronnie Cedeno and Franklin Gutierrez. Rob is 0 for 1, strikeout looking and hit by a pitch. Think they can solve young Brad Bergeson right here?
Well, I hope so, because this next pitch it'll be his 80th, so he's still in really good shape as far as his pitch count goes. So hopefully they can score a couple of runs on him, because right now he's in pretty good shape to stay in this game for another inning or two.
Like Mariners starter Jason Vargas. Ferguson works quickly. That one fouled off.
He has pretty good movement on his fastball. It almost looks like his breaking ball would be a better pitch to sit on. A little flat slider that he's throwing through, but his fastball is not overpowering at all. But you can see the amount of ground balls he has. 12 ground ball outs. Pretty good sink to it.
2-1. He does come in with credentials, the Jim Palmer Award, as the Orioles minor league pitcher of the year last year. Started Class A Frederick, went 1-1, then went to Double-A Bowie, went 15-6 with a 3.22 ERA and 23 starts. Down low.
Rob looked like he was walking back to the dugout. Take advantage of that. Look at that last pitch. Wow. I'll get a base hit now.
Kept it alive. Jared Washburn on the left, Ken Griffey Jr. center, Roy Corcoran making his way back. Washburn threw yet another sparkling game a couple of nights ago. Came away with nothing to show for it but a loss. 7 innings of 1-run ball. Ronnie Cedeno awaits. Orioles broke on top first. Luke Scott a home run in the second. And that finds a hole. Base hit, Rob Johnson. Good start, 7th inning.
That's what you want to do. You catch a break, take advantage of it, get yourself a base hit, and that's what Rob Johnson does. Pulls this ball in the hole. You can see it was a sinker, another two-seamer, but he left it up in the zone. Hit pretty hard in the left field.
5th hit for the Mariners. First hit since Gutierrez leadoff base hit in the 5th. Here's Cedeno 0 for 2. See, they have the scores rolling in. Fouls off that bunt attempt. Speaking of the Twins, they got hammered tonight, 10-1 by Cleveland. That was in Minnesota. Cliff Lee was the winning pitcher in that game. Something must have happened while we were getting ready. We were with radio, and that game was on in the background. Carlos Gomez looked like he wanted to make a run at Cliff Lee on a couple of occasions.
Really?
Once laid down, Bergeson has the play to first. The throw to Roberts. Sacrifice by Cedeno is executed. Rob Johnson moves up.
Joe Mauer.
How many more did he hit tonight?
I don't know, but I know he's hitting close to 400.
I know, it's unreal. Every time you see the highlights, he is covering all fields.
If you want to see one of the better hitters in the American League, come on out this weekend. See Joe Mauer play. Man, he's fun to watch.
So the sacrifice by Cedeno sets it up for Gutierrez. Franklin with 19 runs batted in on the season. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Tip of the cap to Cedeno, his 3rd sacrifice of the season.
Orioles are playing straight away in the outfield and on the infield, pretty straight all the way across. They had a nice base hit into right field earlier in the game.
We got Markakis with 5 assists in right. Adam Jones with 4 in center. Greenwald has had his problems in left field. Jones and Markakis can really throw. Markakis has 5 assists. He led the major leagues with 17 last year. Adam Jones, his 4, is tied for 2nd in the American League.
Well, we haven't seen Greenwald in left field throw yet, but I'll guarantee you that Bruce Hines, the third base coach, has a scouting report on him. He'll know what his arm strength is, how accurate he is. The young left fielder.
Johnson's got pretty decent speed. High, 2-0.
Still nobody up in the Oriole bullpen. 90 pitches now.
And Bergeson won his first start, then went 3 no decisions, 2 losses, a no decision, and won his last start. He beat Detroit 7-2. And now he's 3-0. Gutierrez with each row on deck. Ichiro extended his hitting streak to 27 games. 2-0 pitch, singled in the right field back in the 3rd. 3-0 to Franklin. And he'll take a walk. Now the Mariners have runners at 1st and 2nd. That's just the 2nd walk issued by Bergeson. The Mariners continue interleague play. Diamondbacks are going to visit Safeco Field on Friday, June 19th. First 20,000 fans receive a Brandon Morrow bobblehead thanks to UW Medicine and FSN. Visit mariners.com/bobble for tickets. Something brewing here. And quickly they get Dennis Baez up and throwing. 1st and 2nd for Ichiro. He is just putting together some fabulous numbers in this hot streak that he's on right now. Maybe he can drive something. Came in with hits in 37 of his last 39, a 369 clip. Bouncing ball. There's 1 out. That's all they'll get. Nice play by Huff at first base. Runners move up. Leave it up to Branyan here with runners at second and third.
See if they want to pitch to him with first base open. Adrian Beltre already has a home run in the game tonight.
Hit the ball hard twice, double to left, and that big 2-run homer in the third inning. Almost went upper deck. Upper deck in left field. So Branyan, a walk, a strikeout, and a fly out to center. Russell's second night batting in the 2-hole for the Mariners. He went 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in last night, 2-run homer in that last at bat.
It was pretty interesting to see the Orioles. They move over in the shift. Roberts way out right. Moore was playing more over towards shortstop and deeper. Branyan took a look at him and wants him well. Came out of the dugout and brought Moore back over just because we've seen Branyan. He'll drop a bunt on you if you just give it to him. And Moore had to come back over more towards the left side of the infield.
Big Russ now is ahead 2-0. 2 outs, 2 on here in the 7th.
Now they'll put him on.
That'll load him up for Adrian Beltre. Second walk tonight for Branyan. Third on the game for young Brad Bergeson. They want to pitch to Beltre. Righty against righty. And pitching coach coming out for quick conversation, Rich Kranitz. I've already seen Beltre in a 2-1 pitch, double to left. That was in the first inning. Third inning, first pitch he saw, 2-run homer. And they struck him out in a 2-2 pitch in the 5th.
Mark Lowe is now up to the Mariners out in their bullpen. You see Baez in the Baltimore pen.
Here's what happened on the home run. Got that pitch up. No question about it. 396 feet. He unloaded. And now, see if he can get a good pitch to hit. Hit it hard somewhere.
If nothing else, Mariners have made him work this inning. This next pitch will be number 100.
2-0. Bases loaded. 2-2 ball game. Home 7th. Johnson's at third. Gutierrez at second, and Branyan at first. Ferguson's in some very hot water. 2-1. Huge pitch right here. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wakamatsu needs a hit from his 3-hole hitter. Bases loaded in a 2-2 game. Is he looking for something away soft or something hard inside?
I think they'll probably go back to the slider off the plate away, which is a little bit of a dangerous pitch because if Adrian's able to lay off to it, you get a 3-2 count. Yeah, it was another breaking ball that he didn't quite get out there. He left that one on the plate a little bit. See right there.
Here comes the 2-2. Pulls it foul. That pitch was away. He was lucky to get a piece of it.
It's another breaking ball, just trying to expand the zone on Adrian. So far the Mariners tonight 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Take a look at this last pitch. He just gets a piece of it. Goes back up and hits him. That's a foul ball. Hit him right in the chest. Baltimore 0 for 4 in the game tonight with men in scoring position.
The 2-2. Tapper. Ferguson throws out Beltre. Threat dies. End of 7. It's 2-2 here at Safeco Field.
Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The Tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. With this tracking information, we can show you where the ball crosses the front plane of the plate. Our system is accurate to within 1 inch. We then take this data and convert it to our EQC Tracer graphic.
Back here at Safeco Field. Still plenty of daylight still left at 9:07 Pacific time. Beautiful night here in Seattle. 2-2. Deadlocked here. Orioles and the Mariners. And a rubber match of this series. And Mark Lowe is the 3rd pitcher tonight. Vargas started, went 5 1/3. Jakubauskas came in and pitched a scoreless 1 2/3. And now Mark's in for his 25th game. Top of the order, Brian Roberts. Strike 1 to Roberts, who's 0 for 3 tonight. There's the 0-1 to the All-Star second baseman, Roberts. At the University of North Carolina. Swings and misses 0-2. 18,650 on hand tonight. Oh, and 2. Muscled that one in there. 1-2 the count to Brian Roberts. You see where he is for the series, 0 for 11. The 1-2 took a lot off it, and Brian Roberts strikes out. He's 0 for 4, 0 for 12 on the series. Take a look at the Firestone leaderboard. Fewest strikeouts per game by the respective teams. You get the Mets, the Orioles, and the Mariners, followed by the Blue Jays and the Astros. Adam Jones drives one. Right field for Ichiro. He's there, makes the catch. With 2 outs in the 8th inning. Here's Nick Markakis. Nick is single to right, grounded to second, and struck out looking.
Mark throwing hard again tonight and throwing strikes, 5 pitches, 4 of them for strikes. Topped out at 98 miles an hour.
Something else when he's got his rest. So he had that stretch sort of like Ardsma did. Ardsma on Sunday, that was what, 4 straight days, and a few days before that, Lowe had gone really well, and I think it was that 4th game in about 5 days, similar type of situation. He got touched up pretty badly. Mariners with the win go to 26 and 28, 2 games under 500. Texas has won tonight, so have the Angels. 2-0 to Markakis. Good pitch.
Now you can see what an effect a 98-mile-an-hour fastball have on a hitter. Markakis, a good fastball hitter, but that last pitch is down out of the zone. You see this pitch speeds, but you have to cheat a little bit, get your swing started if you want to catch up to 98.
Quest bringing you those numbers. 2-1 here to Markakis. Lowe's got it. Another clean inning for the Mariner bullpen. 1-2-3 go the Orioles in the 8th to the home 8th. Does this sound like some runs? Griffey, Lopez, Betancourt. We'll find out when we come back to Safeco Field.
brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, welcoming Billy Ray Cyrus and his achy breaky heart June 6th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com.
Great night here in Seattle. 2-2 ball game. Rubber match of this series with the Orioles. Mariners will see the Orioles in Baltimore next week, and again back here in Safeco in July. 8th inning action coming up here. It'll be Ken Griffey Jr., Jose Lopez, and Yuniesky Betancourt. Beautiful night. Coming up on 9:15 Pacific. The colors shaping up very nicely. Griffey tonight 0 for 3. And he'll face the new pitcher, Jim Johnson. Johnson's been on a roll. Not allowed a run in his last 6 appearances, and that covers a stretch of 8 third innings. Saw him on Monday night.
Has a good arm.
That's going to sit down for a base hit. Perfectly placed. Griffey takes a look, slams on the brakes. As Rumble gets back to it, dared him to run, and Junior's going to get back. So Griffey's aboard, and he'll be followed by Jose Lopez. They're going to get Indy Chavez. Not surprisingly to see Indy come out. So Griffey with a base hit started off.
Take a look at it. Right off the end of the bat, hits it down the left field line. Thought about going for 2.
So David Aardsma hasn't pitched since Sunday. Heartbreaking loss at the Angels. Here's Lopez now. Lead runs at first. Good speed. Indy Chavez. 1 to Lopez. Lopez not gotten the ball out of the infield tonight. Grounded out to third, grounded out to short, grounded out to third.
We'll see what Don Wakamatsu wants to do here. He gave him a free shot, a free swing. That's the time you think you'd bunt here.
Lopez is his top RBI guy with 29.
And yet Betancourt has been struggling a little bit. Rob Johnson the same.
Showed bunt. Takes the ball. Lines close on Brett Bergeson, 7 innings. 2 runs, both earned, 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Had an intentional walk in there, 105 pitches, 64 for strikes. 1-1 here to Lopez. Throw it back to Chavez, keep him close. Mariner runs coming on a 2-run homer 3rd inning by Adrian Beltre. Luke Scott's accounted for both Baltimore runs, a solo home run and an RBI double in the 6th. One and foul, so now it's 1-2. Don Wakamatsu relaying the signs. Bruce Hines at third base. Lopez 1-2. Throwing back across. I mentioned Lopez, 29 RBIs. Tops on the ball club. A big lead by Indy. Bouncing ball, Mora. Goes to Roberts for 1, Hoff for 2. So 2 down here in the 8th inning. They go around the horn.
One of the things we've seen the Mariners, they lead the league in sacrifice bunting. One of the few times we've seen them not be able to get the bunt down.
Betancourt, he's 0 for 3. Hasn't gotten out of the infield either. 3 times grounding out to Melvin Moore at third base. Strike 1. Mariners with a hit in the first, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, and now 1 in the 8th. And make that 2 here in the 8th. Betancourt with a base hit on an 0-1 pitch. The 2-out base runner for the Mariners brings up Rob Johnson. Johnson caught a break his last time up. He knew it too. It was a pitch. Was it a 2-2? And it looked like it was right there in the low end of the zone. He's heading for the dugout. And they said, no. Ball 3. Come on back.
He actually almost walked across home plate. That's how far. The guys over on the bench were laughing about it. But the good news, he ended up checking in with a base hit.
Yes, he did.
Get a hit.
Strike 1 to Rob Johnson. Betancourt at first. He's not been running a lot. He's only 3 for 3. Rob's in an 0-2 hole. Two ball game. And Rob Johnson is gone. Inning over here in the 8th. To the 9th we go. Still deadlocked. 2-2. Here in FSN and FSN HD. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers, the FSN crew. 18,650. Youngsters dancing to Funky Town here at Safeco Field. New pitcher for the Mariners, the 4th of the night. As we enjoy kids in the ballpark, it'll be David Ardsman. Bullpen's done a good job. Chris Jakubauskas inning of 2/3 of scoreless baseball. Mark Lowe, a strikeout, his 1 inning of work. Now the DA, David Ardsman, is in. He'll face Aubrey Huff, Melvin Mora, and Luke Scott. Scott has driven in both runs. Home run in the 2nd, double in the 6th. Mariners led 2-1 through 5 innings thanks to a 2-run homer by Beltre in the 3rd. Aubrey Huff leading off. A couple of hits tonight. Line drive, left center field. That's a base hit. Aubrey Huff with 3 hits. 1 to left, 1 to center, and 1 to right. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Mariners have turned to double plays. Huff, not a fast runner. Strike 1.
Adrian Beltre playing up on the cut of the grass just in case Moore wants to drop down the bunt. Pretty good hole over on the right side of the infield right now. Lopez is cheating way over to second for the double play.
Mariners have picked off 2 runners tonight. Vargas got Reimold, picked him off at first, back in the 5th inning. In the 6th inning, Huff strayed from third base. Rob Lowe threw down, picked him off. Rob Johnson. I said Rob Lowe. Rob Johnson. What the heck? Where'd that come from? One and one to Mora. Melvin tonight with a base hit, 1 for 3.
Going anywhere.
I don't. I tell you what, there's 18,650, and a whole bunch of broadcasters and writers will be stunned if he makes a run here.
Maybe on a hit and run, but I'd still doubt it.
Yeah. Now Artsman's run a 3-1 count.
Now this might be a little bit different. 3-1.
You got this guy on deck. He has been the run producer, Luke Scott. George Sherrill getting ready. Top closer for the Orioles. Got a save 2 nights ago. He's at 11th. Runner goes. Swung on, popped up, out of play.
Oh, I suppose if he's going to take off 3-1, probably do it 3-2.
Jason Vargas went 5 1/3 for the Mariners tonight. Gave up 2 runs on 8 hits. Didn't walk anybody. 2 strikeouts. Zach Abowskis an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball. Low. He threw a clean inning. That was in the 8th. Ardsman would love to serve up a DP right here. Huff goes. The pitch fouled off. Do it again. There's your pitch range for David Ardsman. Elvin Mora has been around. He's 37 years old. Started his career with the Mets. Been with the Orioles since 2000. Ardsman gets set. Mora, career .280 hitter, stands in. Here's the 3-2. Off takes off. Swung on and missed. Here's the throw down to second. Got him. Strike him out, throw him out, double play.
That's the one thing that Tremblay was betting against. He thought that Moore would put the ball in play. We talked about Huff. Doesn't run well. He's just trying to stay out of a double play. He's not trying to steal it, thinking that Moore probably puts the ball in play. And Moore, you could see his reaction. He knew right away that was not going to be good. Nice throw by Rob Johnson.
So he's erased, but you're not out of the woods yet by any stretch of the imagination. Here's Luke Scott. Swing and a miss. Boy, he tried to go yard. He opened up. This guy's been murdered tonight. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Barnesman a strike away. Getting the boys to the plate. 8-9-1 coming up for the Mariners. The 0-2 to Luke Scott. 2 strikes. A 1-2. Rolled over on it. Comebacker. Just what he wanted. Little high throw, but the inning is over. 7, 8, 9 coming up. Cedeno, Gutierrez, and Ichiro. 2-2 game. On FSN is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. And by Money Tree. Visit moneytreeinc.com for a location near you. Money Tree. Choices are good. Will this be a profitable ninth inning for the Mariners? Jim Johnson stays on. It'll be Ronnie Cedeno to lead it off in this 2-2 game, bottom of the ninth. 0-1.
Melvin Morris basically standing on third base, trying to take the double away and the bunt. Huge hole on the left side of the infield.
It's a 1-0.
See how close he was.
Yeah, really. Cedeno tonight. Bounced out to short. Reached on a fielder's choice. Laid down a sacrifice. 1-2.
What do you say on guarding the line? Do you like it or not?
I like it.
You do?
Yeah, I like it. Because I can, it seems like the times, those 5, 6, 7 times you don't, the guy sneaks one right by it. Breaking ball, good pitch. Cedeno strikes out. Jim Johnson's second strikeout, second consecutive strikeout. Day after tomorrow, Twins in town. Francisco Liriano against Felix Hernandez. Tomcats bringing you that pitching matchup. But he waiting for Felix to get on one of those dominating kinds of runs. Franklin Gutierrez. Ground out, base hit, and a walk. Drives one. Deep left center field. Giving chase is Adam Jones. And he can't get it. Gutierrez making a turn for 3. He is safe. Boy, did he put a charge into that one. A 1-out.
good hitting. See Gutierrez, he's going to come up there. There's been a lot of first pitch fastballs from Johnson, and he jumps on one. Thought maybe he had a chance to hit this one out of the ballpark. You see it's up right in the middle of the plate. Nice effort by Jones going back. See how close it is. Right off the top of the fence. Man, he hit the wall hard.
Boy, did he. Oh, man, he plowed into that thing.
Yeah,
Gutierrez had to play in front of him, too.
Yeah. They're going to walk Ichiro. No surprise there.
So the winning run is at third base. They're going to walk Ichiro.
The interesting part is that they put Branyan on, too, to load the bases
You
up.
bet. I'm anticipating that exact same thing. Boy, Franklin Gutierrez, it's at 388 out there. Brandon's on deck.
Looking in the dugout, you can see Tremblay already has the four fingers up, no doubt about it. Put him on.
Absolutely.
Just back-to-back intentional walks to Branyan.
Beltre, he'll have it on his shoulders to be able to win this game in the ninth inning after they put Branyan on.
Beltre's been a hot hitter for the Mariners as of late. Coming into the game, last 12 games, hitting .346. And tonight, 2 for 4 with a home run and a double.
This is absolutely the play by Dave Tremblay. Load him up. You got one out. Get a ball hit to somebody. Got to force it every base. And now Beltre has already accounted for the Mariners' first 2 runs. Third inning, Ichiro aboard. First pitch from Brad Bergeson. Just missed going upper deck left field. Now he has a chance to win the ball game. It all started with Franklin Gutierrez, a 1-out triple off the left center field fence. Well, here's the key, and Don Wakamatsu, they're bringing everybody in. You're Beltre, and Beltre, you know, he's such a great competitor, and he's so anxious to want to succeed, particularly out of 3-hole. He's got to get a good pitch. Inside, ball 1.
Well, that is definitely the difference. And the good pitch that he's going to get is probably going to be early in the count. And then after that, they'll probably try to expand the zone on him. Either fastballs up or breaking balls off the plate away.
The 1-0. 2-0. Winning run 90 feet away. Mariners trying to take this rubber match with the Orioles. 2-0 to Beltre from Jim Johnson. Here we go. 2-1. Tracer.
I think in most parts of the game right here, you probably see a breaking ball. We'll see what Johnson wants to do. The problem is if you miss with it, you are in a world of hurt at that point.
The 2-1 pitch from Jim Johnson. Adrian Beltre taken down low, ball 3. Crowd of 18,650 making a lot of noise. They're on their feet. Johnson comes set. The 3-1 to Beltre. Strike 2. He's got a full count.
The velocity of Johnson's fastball continues to go up. He's thrown a couple of 96s. That last one, 97.
He can win it right here. Bases loaded. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Scores tied at 2-2. The pitch. Fouled off.
.97 miles an hour in on his hands.
Broke his bat. Fans are into it.
Take a look at the last swing by Adrian. In on his hands. Then he just went ahead and finished the job on that bat.
Jeez. Adrian Beltre's got the game in his hands right here. The 3-2 pitch from Jim Johnson. Fouled off again. Pitch number 8 coming up here to Beltre with the bases loaded, 1 out.
Well, so far Johnson's certainly not messing around. 97 miles an hour. All those fastballs inside to Adrian.
Here we go again. Pitch number 8, 3-2 to Beltre. Hit on the ground, base hit. That is your ball game. Beltre with a game-winning single. Now he's got to try to outrun Beltre. He's won the game with the 9th inning. Base hit with the bases loaded, and the Mariners win it 3-2, and they take 2 out of 3 from the Baltimore Orioles, and they go to 26-28 on the season. Adrian Beltre, what a night! A first-inning double, a third-inning 2-run homer, and a game-winning base hit in the 9th. Franklin Gutierrez got it going with the triple in the first pitch with 1 out. He hit it hard, and there was no way Torres was going to get it despite the effort. And then the biggest thing, Beltre knew he was going to get pounded by Betancourt. They finally get him. Nice to see that. Everybody's happy at Safeco. The Mariners coming up with a big win here. Adrian Beltre drove in all 3 runs this evening as he has really heated up. 3-2 is the final. They get it done in 2 hours and 28 minutes. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be off tomorrow. Back with you on Friday for the Twins when they come to town. Time now for Mariners Live with Brad and Bill.
Thanks, Dave.